Just go ahead and get started. Go ahead and mute Nadia, and I'll let you know when to unmute. Probably say your name and all that shit.
Okay.
But Lux, we're gonna be starting off with good ol' you.
No, why?
So Irene and Bob have both randomly vanished out of nowhere. Well, Bob didn't randomly vanish. Bob was reduced to a little Pokeball, which Z has in his pocket.
Of course you did.
Yes, so around the table where you're at is Fritz, Z, and King Frederick, and that is about it. Clara has walked off to go talk to Queen Remy for a few moments.
That is understandable.
Is there anything that you'd like to do?
I would like to ask King Frederick, how did he meet Jane?
Questioning King Frederick, how he met Jane. He looks at you and with a slightly deep sigh, he says, when Jane first corrupted her powers, she was the first unnaturally born Dark Light, which is why her abilities are darkness. Like that. She ate a corruption fruit. And during her exile, I led a campaign against the Arclights, which started a really bad war. So, that's how we met. Because I assisted Queen Jane. We fell together, fought together, bled together, and now we're married together. He just stares at you in that silence that you leave him in.
Wow, that's crazy. Huh.
Thanks, I guess. Okay. Z looks at you, Lux, and says, why are you asking about him meeting Queen Jane? Yes, he does yell across the table.
Because I wanted to know. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You're welcome. He says, just taking a bite of food.
Lux is just gonna mumble to herself, worry about your own goddamn love life.
Okay. As this continues on for about 8 minutes, eventually Clara and Remy come back, walking through the large door area. Clara, you want to climb back over the table?
No,
No.
I'm gonna walk around the table this time.
Okay. Queen Remy goes back and sits in her seat. And Clara walks around Z and sits in her seat as normal. Z says, welcome back, as you sit down.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you guys would like to do? Talk about anything like that? Shiki, I think you had some questions for the queen or something.
I did. Did. Lux is gonna look at Queen Remy and just say to her, I know you just got back, but is it okay when you have time if I can talk to you?
Concerning what?
Concerning about what you asked me a while ago about if I wanted to meet my family and all that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I didn't have stream up. You guys should have told me. It's not. It's not your
Oh, whoops.
responsibility. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I
It's
didn't
not your responsibility.
shit.
I didn't notice.
She looks to you, looks you slightly up and down, seemingly questioning what exactly you're talking about, but she kind of nods and it seems like she slightly understands. Is this a private matter?
I mean, I would like it to be.
All right. I understand. You guys can still hear Queen Jane and Queen Lucretia are still arguing. It seems like they're like actually starting to yell at each other now. Except for Queen Jane. But Lucretia is yelling. Z overhears the yelling, seemingly getting frustrated. Queen Remy also seems quite frustrated, and Fritz seems really, really annoyed.
Are you guys okay?
Zia looks at you and says, "Yeah, I'm great." Fritz just shakes his head.
Hey Fritz, do you want to take a breather?
He looks at you with like the most confused face possible and says, "Over a minor annoyance?" No. I'm good. Thank you though. I think.
Anytime. Lux is just feeling very uncomfortable that Queen Lucretia is getting louder and louder arguing.
Same here for Clara. And each time Lucretia gets a little bit louder, Clara jumps a bit.
As Queen Remy sees you jump, you see a ring on her finger light up. Her eyes turn pink, and both Queen Lucretia and Queen Jane sit up extremely stiff and straight. Queen Remy lets out just a little smirk. They're silent now.
Whoa!
As they both, their enchantment or entrancement gets released, and they both look at Queen Remy. Jane looking like minorly annoyed with her left cheek puffing out, and Lucretia looking actually mad.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
You see Queen Remy slightly giggle to herself. She looks at the rest of the table and says, "Are you guys ready for the illusion show?"
Illusion show?
Mm-hmm. Somebody very special is coming to give the show. Nobody you guys know, but someone special.
I mean, I'm ready. This sounds exciting.
As she stands, and so does everybody else, and she walks out rather quickly. It seems like she's kind of hurrying. Welcome, Major.
And the robot is back online.
Woohoo!
Z throws down the Pokeball with Bob in it and says, Bob, I choose you! And then Bob fucking appears, sprouting out of the Pokeball.
Major Bites said, "Salutations, meatbags."
Bob, use meatbags! Super!
Oh my god, no!
No!
Lux and Clara have been inflicted with the annoyed status effect. Super effective. Z stands and kind of like inches past you, Bob, and says, "Alright, let's go to the showroom." Z walks past Bob and then looks at you guys. He's waiting for y'all.
I follow Fritz.
Z. But Fritz just picks up Lux by the back of her shirt and starts walking with her.
I can walk, you know.
Yeah. I'm sure you can. I don't feel like waiting around to find that out, though. Okay.
Or ain't that adorable? Two meatbags walking together.
Walking together. To form one large fleshy meatbag. Oh man.
Bob, keep on talking. I will tell Z to turn you into a goddamn Roomba.
And I'm not gonna listen. What?
Ah!
Turn you into a Roomba. Pushes you over. Not a lot of people are left in this room now. Just the Royals and you four. The vibe really changes very quickly.
What does a rope?
Is there anything that you guys would like to do?
Lux is just gonna play with Vare and just pet him while she's waiting.
Which one of you guys has the highest instinct stat? Zero. 3. 0. Where are you at?
My instincts is 5.
Oh, 5, and that's actually ample. Lux, off in the distance, you get a sense that something is coming towards you guys, or somebody. Like somebody is thinking about y'all. Nadia, I am going to DM you.
Major Bites said, "I'm a play Hail Columbia." A link.
I can't. No. Don't send links. Don't send fucking music. I'm definitely not playing that. No. Lux, somehow, some way, you feel a strike go across your body, and you can feel it's like almost like when Irene was at the door, but different. Something weird seems to be at the front door of this area that you guys are at. Nadia, check your DMs for me. Thank you.
Lux is just gonna like turn around and start staring at the door for like.
Major Bites said, I wish to use complex reasoning.
You cannot. You don't have any instinct or anything that's telling you anything about anything. What would you say, Shiki?
Lux is just gonna stare um at the door.
The open gate from the inside of the lower area leading all the way to the front door that leads back into the capital, cracked open and uncomfortable. You see a silhouette standing there. A silhouette with wings. What would you like to do? Clara,
Yeah.
you notice this feeling in Lux, due to your empathy, and almost immediately share in it. The feeling kind of clings and jumps to you, as you as well get this suspicious and suspenseful feeling as you look to where Lux is looking, and you can see the front door all the way through the crack, and it's just this eerie feeling with this silhouette just kind of standing there. As you hear it, faintly, but you can hear it from the other side of that door.
Claire's gonna hold on to Z a little bit.
All right. And Lux, what would you like to do?
Lux is just gonna like stare down at the door and see if like whatever behind it is just gonna like pass and like walk away, or if it's still gonna be like there.
It doesn't pass. It stands there, just waiting.
Should we open it? I don't think that's a good idea, though.
Zia looks at you and says, "Why? Why not? What is it?"
Just have a weird feeling.
Yep, it's definitely a weird feeling.
I mean, we can't just, do stuff based off feelings, right?
This is
Major Bites said, do I sense anything?
No. No, not at all. Although you can kind of pick up that the other people seem uncomfortable. They're thinking about something that has to do with the front door.
Why are you so worried about the front door, Meatbag Lux and Meatbag Clara?
Clara, you know something? At least he used our names. At least he used our names. He's getting better. But still.
Don't make me laugh. You know what? That is getting better. Progress. Oh my goodness. Can I do a?
There's no arcane.
Oh, okay.
It's just a presence. It's actually just a silhouette. I swear, Mel, you see a light turn on and you're like, arcane check!
You know what? You never know.
There's probably a magical ghost. You know what? That is a really good... That's, yeah, taking advantage of your checks. So what is it you guys would like to do?
Major Bites said, got to go for a bit, be right back.
Great.
Well, you want to think since the host of this party isn't gonna just answer the door, I might as well do it again.
The host of this party? Who are you talking about?
Hey, look at Z. Lux looks at Z.
Oh yeah, I should do that. That is my responsibility, isn't it?
Be
Z,
careful.
Z completely ignores the bad feeling.
Lux literally just rolls her eyes at Z and then starts walking towards the door.
Bro, she's trying to start beef, I'm telling you. Clara, will you be coming along?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, go for it.
Why wouldn't it let me go?
Because I grabbed your
What?
character.
Oh.
There we go. As you guys begin drawing closer to the door, the footsteps of your feet grow louder and louder and louder, and this suspense is like churning your stomach inside out. It feels like it's twisting and dancing in knots. It's unbearable, almost. Although, Clara, for whatever reason, you're not getting stressed out. Just uncomfortable. Uneasy. But it doesn't feel like any presence is stressing. As you guys get closer to the door, the silhouette begins shrinking and getting smaller. It turns into like this almost child silhouette. As Z walks over and opens up the door, Nadia, you can go ahead and unmute. A lady standing at 2 feet. Oh my gosh. A lady standing at 2 feet, just about, a very small fairy girl, is standing at the door. As Z just like scratches his head and says, "That's not what I was expecting."
Lux is just gonna look at her and goes, "Oh, it's a fairy."
Yeah, what are you doing here? She's got a little bobcat, too, following her around.
Ew.
Z, this guy with black and white hair looks at you and says, "Can we help you?"
Yes, I'm actually looking for a group of people. I want to travel, and I want to make them a deal. And I was told they would be here.
Z kind of steps out of the way of Clara and says, "Does this lady happen to be a part of those group of people?"
Yes!
Well, looks like you found the group that you're looking for.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
May I come in?
Yeah, sure, you can come in. Z says as he steps out of the way. Nadia, walking in, Jasmine, walking in, you see this large, like, grand hall area. It looks like a place that's just, has so much room you wouldn't do anything with it. It's like, too much space, almost. But there are, like, banners and party details and stuff like that. And there's even little streamers hanging, from the air. As Bob reactivates and manages to run down Nadia, all you see is this fucking robot just kind of steam running towards you guys.
Back.
All you see is this robot kind of like charging towards you guys.
Oh dear.
This 10-foot robot just fucking beelining it.
That's a robot.
Yeah.
Anyways.
As Bob runs up.
Hello.
Salutations, meatbag friends. What did I miss?
I'm sorry, did he just call me a meatbag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
I think it's gonna take a lot of time.
So actually,
It really is.
Jasmine, Z looks at you, again, the kid with white and black hair, and says, "How did you find us? And why? Again?"
Oh. How's not really that important. I just heard people talking about it and a bunch of other stuff. The reason why, though, was a little bit more important. I heard about your adventures, and I want to make a deal. I would like to join for your adventures. In exchange, you will take me to the most popular places that are known for music.
And you'll join us. Right? Z looks over at you guys, you two, Clara and Lux, as the decision makers for this group.
I'm okay with having one more to the party. Are you guys?
Z says, "I'm always okay with having more friends."
I can't hear anymore.
What do you mean, Nadia? Hello?
Hello?
This is really
Nadia.
Is that better? I'm gonna text her to rejoin, and I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect her.
Major Bites said, I'm always excited for more fresh meat bags.
Can you hear us now?
Generally can't hear anything. Hold on.
You have to be kidding me.
Oh,
It's
no.
working again. I got it fixed.
There we go.
Yay.
Welcome back.
We're
Thank
supposed to,
God.
so I was just gonna join on my phone. Okay, what'd I miss?
The decision was made that they will allow you into the group.
Yay.
Z looks at you and says, "We're having a party right now. If you would like to join in, I don't mind having more people in."
Oh, I would be more than honored to join.
That's good. That's good.
Well, I guess we gotta tell Fritz we have a fairy now. Cool.
Yeah.
Her brain's gonna melt.
Why?
You'll see.
Major
Okay.
Bites said, "Excellent. You make this robot's heart warm."
Yay!
Hey, I didn't build you with the compassion module, you motherfucker.
I did it.
No, I'm kidding. I absolutely did it. Z just puts his hand on your shoulder. Bob, like, reaches all the way up, standing on his tippy toes, and says, "You're like my little child." Illegitimate. As he looks at Clara.
What?
Huh?
Oh no, you got Clara blushing again.
No comment. Okay. As, Z will begin walking back.
Oh,
into
by the way, Clara. He knows you are getting married to him.
Nobody talked about any of that shit, bro. I swear. As Z's hand, fucking Z's arm soars in fire. I swear, dude.
Oh dear lord.
I fucking swear. Let's go back to the showroom, please.
What?
Just follow us.
Clara, would you mind cooling Z down, please?
Shut the fuck up! Fairy girl, what is your name? You can tell this is
Ah.
definitely the guy with anger issues.
Ah! Shit then.
Oh,
Jasmine? Your name's Jasmine?
Yeah.
Okay. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle as he calms down. As,
Don't anger him. Gotcha.
where is the party going to be going? Are you guys going back to the showroom? You guys want to go to the bathroom?
Assuming the showroom.
You guys want to go to the dining hall? What do you say?
I would assume the showroom again.
Alright.
Yeah, we're going back
Kinda
to the
follow the
showroom.
party.
Oh, by the way, Clara. Okay, no, that's not the last thing he said. Alright, I'm gonna let Major.
Major Bites said, "Hey, short flying meat bag. Mind if I get a tissue sample for future study?"
You never
What?
do that!
What?
He never does that! What?
No, you cannot.
Man.
Thank you.
You guys notice, that the door is left kind of cracked open, strangely. And you remember seeing Z shut the door.
Can I bring that to the attention?
Oh, everybody
Or is
notices
he
it.
still angry?
No, everyone notices it.
Okay.
I can't fucking deal with this ambience, bro. I hear the snare drums and I think that my dog's scratching at my door and it triggers my rage instincts. I don't like
Lux is just gonna look at Z and go, Z, you closed the door, right?
maybe?
Major
No,
Bites
I
said, "It's probably some weird party goer going into the room."
The
From outside?
I
Z
don't
just
know.
kind of like flies on over and shuts the door. You see Z get like goosebumps, and then all of you guys feel a waft and get goosebumps as well.
Uh-oh. I don't think I was followed.
Even me.
Are you sure?
I could have sworn.
No, Bob, but you definitely can pick up a reading of something very suspicious in the room. It's not an energy that you've ever seen or felt before. It's completely alien.
I don't like this.
Lux is gonna look at Jasmine and just say, are you positive you were not followed?
Unknown signature detected.
Z gets fucking
yes.
alerted hearing that.
Quickly run.
As you guys continue walking, when you walk in, y'all see somebody that is definitely not Queen Remy standing at the front stage area. A lady with rather large black wings, and eyes that kind of invoke a sense of danger. Bright green eyes and long black hair, and she is wielding this massive scythe. A very, very long scythe at about 8 feet. It's this chill that kind of gets sent down all of your spines when you see her, for whatever reason.
Major Bites said, scanning, scanning.
Man, I was waiting for a third one, I'm not gonna lie.
Disappointment.
Who did that?
Yeah, disappointing.
Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No, we're not. We're all staring at the same shit because we fucking feel like it. Z says, as he's like right next to you.
Okay, Z, listen here. We don't need you to be a
He immediately
smart
walks
asshole,
away.
okay?
As soon as you start talking, he walks away from you.
Oh my god.
Why?
So
Do you know
much.
that meat bag?
I don't know. I just got feeling it's gonna be
Lux is gonna walk away.
Queen Remy, by the way, Jasmine, this is the first time you are ever seeing this lady in person. The Queen of North Celia, somebody who is feared by all other countries and continents because of how violently anybody who opposes her gets destroyed. She has destroyed an entire orcish continent, 10 million orcs, with 5,000 of her soldiers and her included. She stands over this podium and kind of looks down at you guys. The first time you're ever seeing her, and she has a very serious face on.
Hello.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
She looks
Okay,
down
I'm
at
gonna hold on
you.
to Z a bit more.
She looks down at you, Jasmine, and says, "Welcome to the party." As her seriousness kind of breaks into a very gentle and warm, slightly nurturing smile, almost that of a mother.
Ah, thank you.
Would you like to take a seat? Join us for the show.
Yes. Yes, I would.
All right. Pick any seat you like.
Can I go sit next to Clara?
Sure. Jasmine walks over and sits next to you, Clara. Lux, are you going to sit next to Fritz again?
Yeah, I'm sitting right next to Fritz again.
Okay, sorry. Bob, you said why. Do you know that meat bag? I don't know what exactly you were referring to.
I'm assuming the person on the stage.
Major Bites said, I was asking Lux about the person on stage.
Okay.
Bob, I'm gonna say this one more time. Stop calling people a meat bag. And I'm gonna walk away.
And Bob, what would you like to do?
My head starts sparking.
Z notices this and says, "No!" As he starts running over towards you, and immediately starts like hitting you on the head and shit, trying to fucking fix it. No! Stop! Stop doing that! Fuck, man! Huh.
What made him spark this time?
I don't know!
Dear Lord.
As this girl
What?
is just kind of looking at everybody, and her wings kind of sprawl out. They aren't large. Z's wings are larger than hers, but hers are a completely pitch black. Bob, let's go sit down, man. Bob. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Major Bites said, I sit down.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, he lived. Oh, now I can't see.
You can. You can. Bob is sitting all the way in the front. Yeah. As Queen Remy all of a sudden is like next to your guys' seats.
Oh, hello.
She turns. She wasn't looking at you at first, but when she heard you say "oh hello," she completely turns to you and then gives you like a very gentle wave as she starts walking up the stage. Is there anything you'd like to do, Jasmine?
I'm just gonna watch her walk up the stage.
Okay.
Is
Clara?
that like a wave to come with her?
Huh?
Is that
Oh.
like a wave like hello or wave to come with?
Yeah, she was saying hello. She was returning your
Okay,
hello.
then yeah, I'll just stay seated and watch her.
see, Claire's gonna stay in her seat. But does she sense like anything, or
You can sense a lot of different types of like magic and ability, like more than you have ever felt before.
whoa?
Lux, you can sense some form of chaotic energy off of her. Not like chaos or calamity, but some weird kind. Major, what were you saying? I saw you typing.
Major Bites said, I was going to scan Lux for medical injuries, but I thought that wasn't funny enough.
It earns a little chuckle, I guess.
Yeah.
Lux is just gonna look at the entire group and go, "Are any of you guys getting like weird vibes from that lady with the scythe over there?"
Mhm.
Yeah, kinda.
Can I use Arcana to see if Clara understands like the kind of magic she senses around the lady?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Alrighty.
Hearing your like little noise is just so funny in the back. It's entertaining. Fuck, what was I looking for?
Major Bites said, I use risk analysis for calling the thing a meatbag again.
No.
Yeah,
29.
probably. Oh! All of the magic that's coming off of her is from the insane amount of legendary enchantments that are on that scythe.
Oh.
The only magic
Oh.
that's coming off of her is just dark magic. That's about the only thing that you're getting. But everything else is on that scythe, and it is levels that you've never seen before or heard.
Ooh. She's strong.
Lux is gonna look at Fritz and goes, "Do you know who that person is?"
Fritz shakes his head. No, I've never seen or heard of her before. She looks to the crowd and kind of steps forward, and in a language that none of you guys can really understand, she says, Sara the Za'arn. Il Za'arn. As, sorry, I failed the pronunciation for a second. Il Za'arn El. As these 4 royals literally fly up through the ceiling. Like, they just fucking disappear. Like, yeah, they vanish. And now it is only the party that is left in this storage room. As Z, when she said that language, he looked really, really shocked and concerned.
What is happening?
Major Bites said, "Where did the royal meat bags go?"
Oh my god.
As Jasmine, Z looks at you and says, none of us know what's happening right now.
I don't know.
That's not good.
All I know is that lady just spoke perfect Dark Rhenish.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't like how the other 4 just disappeared.
Sarah, perceive, understand, to fly. She just told all of them to go, to leave, to fly away.
Okay, well, it's better than just launching them out.
I cast risk analysis.
I cast risk analysis!
Uh-huh.
Any interaction with this lady could lead to actual danger. Something about her is just so intense. Not deathly, but intense. Queen Remy begins walking off the stage, and she begins to see herself out.
Oh, is she being told to leave too?
As Queen Remy looks at you guys and says, good luck.
Oh.
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
What?
Wait,
Huh?
what? No!
What?
Queen Remy gives you a really hopeful smile, and begins to leave.
Wait, what?
We'll be
What?
fine.
What?
Oh no.
Smiles.
Jasmine, listen to me and listen to me closely, right? You do not know the shit we have been through, okay?
I
So
don't
if
like
we
this
don't say the
feeling.
wrong things, I think we'll be fine.
This lady begins walking to the front of the stage, and go ahead, Major.
Major Bites said, "Is the thing hostile?"
No, it doesn't seem like it.
See?
It doesn't seem like it at all.
Should
Can
we
it
start asking
understand
questions?
common?
Huh?
Can it Can it understand common? Or the language that we're all speaking? Or does she only understand Dark
Yes,
Rhenish?
she can likely understand English.
Okay.
As she looks at you guys and says, "Hello, everyone."
Hello.
Oh,
Look at
How's
your
it going?
wrists.
Hello there.
Look at your wrists.
Salutations, white meat bag.
I look at my wrist.
Mm.
Which wrist do I look at?
Which wrist do you look at first?
Right.
On your right wrist is this large symbol with claws going through it and arcs and just interesting, weird movements, but it's all perfectly symmetrical. And all of you guys have this symbol. Even Bob has this symbol. Except
we get
for
it?
Z and Fritz, who have half of the symbol.
Does my cat have it?
I'm not answering that question. But yes, all of you guys do have the symbol.
Do you guys know what this symbol means?
No.
Can I
No,
make
the
a
real
deal?
question is, no, the real question is, do any of you guys know what is going on?
Major
can answer
Bites
that,
said,
no.
"Oh dear. That will need some sandpaper to clean off."
This
Oh.
lady looks at you and says, sandpaper's not going to do that. It's a mark of subjects.
Oh, we're subjects now. I didn't. No, when I agreed to join this party, I don't think this is what I meant.
When you agreed with yourself to go out and adventure, you made a vow unto yourself that you aren't aware of. You took a responsibility onto yourself that you weren't ready for. That is what that mark is. You are all subjects of the Black Hand. It's not a bad thing, as it may sound it, but it isn't. Major's gonna say something. Major, bro, you type so fucking slow.
You got this.
I cast risk analysis.
Ow.
Major Bites said, "Do I need to take off the flag of the Mechazans on my shoulder?"
What flag?
Eh?
Z just says, bro, I think you're having a PTSD flashback right now.
Oh dear.
I didn't instill the trauma.
Oh, no.
I didn't fucking put the trauma cipher in you, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Lux is gonna look at Fritz and Z's hands and wrists.
Then I spark off the head.
Not again.
Not again!
Fucking Z sees a single spark and zips over, and you get boom right in the back of the head. It like makes your head spin on top of its axis and then go right back to normal. I gotta fucking fix that. You're gonna explode one day.
That is so
So,
weird.
The lady looks at you guys and says, "My name is Emily Astora, and I have a story to tell you, if you'd hear me." If you would like to hear it.
I'm down to hear
Yes.
it.
Great. Her wings kind of sprout out even further, and let out, what is it called? This large gas, and all of you guys breathe in, and the world begins changing around you.
Oh, we
Wait, even
yes,
me.
Bob, you as well. I already knew what your question was going to be. Yes, Bob, you as well. The
she
world.
drugged us.
What were you saying?
She drugged us.
The world begins changing around you as all of you guys appear on this large grassy patch, this large patch of grass. It extends all the way out. It's in the middle of the day on the surface. You guys remotely recognize the terrain, but all you see
I
is
start
this...
sparking.
Dude,
No.
do not interrupt me. All you see is this large mechanical thing that looks like a ship, but really, really, really old style, like a really out of style ship, land on the ground. It's huge, and the doors open, and this tall, rugged man walks out and takes the first step on this area. As the people behind him kind of look to him as he turns to the others, and just everybody looks at each other. Eventually the world starts spinning even faster, and all you see is armies and this rugged-looking man standing on this podium that overlooks millions and millions of soldiers. So many. And in this glass panel that's behind him with this cathedral-type building, is a lady that looks weirdly similar to Queen Remy, although you don't see her anywhere. You don't see anybody that even looks like her. And eventually, the man travels below the surface of Emmet into another world. A world that seems to mimic the surface, but has two different dimensions to it, and then goes into the core, and all you see is him sink deep into it as the girl at the front begins talking. And she explains, ages before the first Titans, a great king walked along the surface of Emmet, elected by his fellowship to lead humanity into a new order, a man named Emmet Astora. When the world was still young and untamed, with a heart of gold hardened by the countless wars he led, he confound his soul upon the earth, upon the hearth forge of Firwa, and crafted the scythe of Firwa. Upon creating this legendary artifact, he had a vision, a great vision, one to finally unite a humanity that was so easily torn apart from the inside. Under his reign and the dissolution of the other forms of governments, after the ICSI program, his ability to command the minds, bodies, and souls of people, an ability named True Reign. He began a legendary quest, one to inherit Emmet. Obsessed with power and compassion, he crafted the Gauntlet of Millera. After many, many generations of famous adventurers, kings, queens, and even heroes went searching for the other two items, and none have succeeded. As she looks at you guys and says, I stand here bearing the Scythe of Firwa to tell you that this isn't a myth. And you are all subjects of the Black Hand. I believe that you are the ones to inherit Emmet. Potentially. Or to bring back my father.
Major Bytes said, error, error, error.
This is
Huh?
I think the drug's broken.
Honestly, I'm starting to think that too.
Oh, turn them off, turn them back on.
Turn him off and turn him back on. Like it's that fucking simple. Z side-eyes you as he walks by.
I don't know.
Z flips the switch off and then slips it back on. As, this lady looks at the rest of you and says, that was the tale that I had to show. Looking at, Z's, phone, it's 12:59 now. It's been an entire hour. Somehow. It's barely even felt like a minute, but it's been a whole hour.
Whoa.
As you guys are, snapping to, all of the royals that were up there are there still. It doesn't even look like they left. As all of you guys can see each other's eyes, they're kind of changing shade and going back to normal. It seems like you were under a really weird trance. To Clara and Lux, reminiscent of Queen Remy's, but somehow more powerful. More intense. As this lady kind of lowers her head and says, thank you for listening to my story.
Major Bites said. I believe I might have accidentally blue screened.
You don't say.
Thank you for telling the story.
She looks at you, and with a gentle, yet kind of hard in heart smile, it seems cold, she says, "You're very welcome." And in this weird flash of cold wind, she disappears. With the legend of Astora being told, a new NPC, and the introduction of a new player, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the session there for now.